Hi everyone, this is Olivier Colmel, forest campaigner with Greenpeace Canada. Today we're in northern Quebec to show our solidarity with the Cree First Nation of Waswanipi, who are asking the protection of the Broadback. This is an intact forest. There's only 10% left, as the remaining 90% has already been exploited over the years through forestry and other industrial exploitation. And now this is essential to preserve as a territory, as a forest, for their culture, for their way of living, for the animals, and as well for everyone in terms of climate change. Ancient forests, old growth forests, such as what we're seeing in the Broadback, is important as it's a carbon sponge. And so today we'll be speaking with a few tally men that are doing this demonstration. We're on kilometer 105 on the James Bay Road with a barricade and demonstration to say enough is enough, we need to protect the Broadback.
So our purpose here today is to make a stand for the forests in the Broadback River area, which we are trying to preserve, not only for us, not only for our future, but for the animals now. It should not be cut wherever. I noticed cutting on my way up here, and I felt sorry, for the animals. I felt sorry for the trees because they are being cut down, because they are alive too. And again, the animals nourish us. They give us food, the ones from the land. And again, we thank them for that. And they need this place. They need this area, to be born, to live.
The forest means a lot if you're a tally man, because you're the caretaker of the land. You're supposed to take care of it, not destroy it, because that's how we survive from the forest, where all the animals will be and all nature, like natural, And if you destroy the land, you destroy the water waves too. So that's why we want to keep it as natural as it is.
This is my home. I live here. I've been hunting, fishing, and trapping here with my father. And we're here to show a little demonstration that we're not satisfied with what's going on with the consultations. In the Pas de Brave, it's an obligation for Quebec and to do consultations with the Cree First Nation of Waswanipi and any Cree nation where they do forestry. And this is chapter 3 of the Pas de Brave. But we've been talking about the Broadback since 2002, 2003. In fact, I submitted a project in 2002, 2003 to protect the Broadback forest. That's 15 years ago. And then nothing has happened much on that. And they still continue to cut near the Broadback River. They're still building roads, and they're still planning into our own protected area that we call Waswanipi Proposed Broadback Protected Area. And we believe that if you leave an intact forest like the Broadback River, you produce an area like a biological refuge area where animals can reproduce, wildlife can reproduce. The caribou are still there, they're still roaming free, the rivers are still roaming free. We can still drink water from the Broadback River.
The line has been drawn in the sand. All we want to do is protect the wilderness and the wildlife. Because if you destroy the land, you destroy the animals. And if you destroy all that, you destroy the Cree people. We have been here since time immemorial. And we want to send a message out that enough is enough. And we feel very scared of what's happening with the forest today. We've always been subsistence hunters, a hunting society. What's happening today, it's so easily predictable, our ending. And we want to do something about it.
Notre culture dépend de la faune et la flore. Si on défait l'écosystème comme qui est là en ce moment même, on ne pourra plus l'utiliser de façon traditionnelle, ce qui fait qu'on perdrait notre coutume et notre identité.
So you heard firsthand from the tallyman why it's important to protect the Broadback. It's also important in terms of reconciliation and consent with First Nation communities, Indigenous communities across Canada. This is important work, and folks at home, we're in election period in Quebec. This is the time to speak to your candidate and your party, and we want a clear commitment. The next Quebec government, we want this to be a clear priority to protect the Broadback, and we're counting on you to make sure that this happens.
For our children, our grandchildren, and our future generations.